Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we have a little, I guess, TBR video. It's not a monthly TBR, but I wanted to share the 10 books that I want to read before the year ends. So 10 before the end. This is my 10 before the end. I have 10 books that I want to read this year. Need to read this year. Books that have been on my TBR for way too long. And yeah, basically the 10 books that I need to read in the rest of 2024. We're in November right now, so that means I have the rest of this month and next month to read these. Can I do it? I hope so, because like I said, I need to read these books this month. I want to get to them. I don't want to go into next year with these on my TBR still. So that means I will not sleep until these are read. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about them. Maybe you have some of these on your TBR as well. Okay, let's start with the first two books because they kind of go together. We have Long Way Down and Some Kind of Perfect by Kristen Becker Ritchie. This series, I've been reading it for over a year. Last year, is it more than a year? I don't know, but I've been reading this series for way too long, and it's just, I would finish one book, wait months before I pick up the next one because I just want it to last forever. And if I just read them slowly, it will last forever. And I'm down to the last two books. This is one of my favorite series ever, like my favorite comfort characters and comfort universe. This is Daisy and Rike's story. I love them, so I can't wait to read this. But then we have Some Kind of Perfect, which is just like an epilogue novel about all of them, and it just kind of closes out the whole series. And it's just, I know this one's gonna be painful, like emotional, and just, I'm not ready, but like I need to finish the year off and read this book. Like, it's time, like I must. So in order to get to this, I obviously had to read Long Way Down. So these two are on my must read this year list. Okay, then we have Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home. I read Magnolia Park's like a year ago or 2 years ago. I read it in 2021, I think. And I didn't pick the rest of the books up until this year. I wanted to pick it back up. I reread Magnolia Parks, and then I read Daisy Hates. And then now this is the next one. I tend to forget everything. Like, I'll read a book even if it's a 5-star. Don't ask me what it was about because I will forget everything. So I just want to read the series more close together, and it's been a while since I read Daisy Hates, so I want to pick up the next one. I love writing in these books. I love the characters. They're so good. So I need to pick this one up. Okay, then we have Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. This book was released earlier, I think it was October. I love Elsie Silver's writing. I loved Wild Love, which is book 1 in the series. And I just need to pick this one up. I just haven't had the time. It's currently on my November TBR, so hopefully I can get to it this month. Maybe this can be my next read. I've heard such great things about it. I heard it's even better than Wild Love, and I loved that one. So then we have a book that's been on my TBR for, I don't even know how long. I think for like 2 years. Most of these books have been on my TBR for a long time. And we're talking about Ghosted. It's just been a book that I've been wanting to read ever since I heard about it. Based on what I've heard of it, I think I would really enjoy it. It's a second chance romance. He's an actor, kind of like a Marvel superhero. So it just has like good tropes: single mom, second chance romance. He's a superhero like actor. I feel like it has potential to be a really great book. I just need to read. Hoping to get to Ghosted very soon. Okay, this one, I've talked about this in previous TBR videos, also in this month's TBR. So it's in my November TBR. Six of Crows. I know this book is so loved. I'm so late to the game as well. Even then, I really don't know anything about it. I really don't know anything. So I'm gonna go in blind for this book. I don't know any of the characters. A lot of people love this book, and it's just, I've really been loving fantasy recently, so I feel like this is gonna be just perfect. I'm gonna read this at the perfect time, but it's time. Another book that I've owned for years. I realized that there's never gonna be a right time to read a book, so might as well just pick it up and read it. Book number 7 is Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. That is book 2 in the Boys of Tommen series after Binding 13. I recently read Binding 13. I think it was September. Again, I'm super late, but I need to read Keeping 13 before the year ends because I want to finish the series early next year. Book number 8 is The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. I haven't read a thriller in so long. I used to read thrillers so much. I was going through them a lot. I have a whole shelf and that bookshelf, it's all mystery thrillers, and I haven't picked any up, but I've heard such great things about The Boyfriend, and people are like shook at the end, like the plot twist. I love Frida McFadden books, so I want a book that will, I want the plot twist to get me, and I think that's the only thriller on my TBR for the rest of the year. I need to read it. Okay, book number 9 is Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I've heard lots and lots of things about this book. It was trending a couple weeks ago, maybe more recently, and everyone's saying that that is the fantasy book of right now. If you like romantasy, you should pick it up. That's what I've heard. I really don't know anything. I don't know anything about the plot, but I've heard that it's great. Like, I've just heard great reviews. Like I said, I'm in my fantasy era. I just need to pick it up. And then for book number 10, I have another fantasy romantasy. It's The Veiled Kingdom by Holly Renee. It just seems that everyone has read it but me. So like I said, romantasy, I'm like in a romantasy kick right now. Anything romantasy, I want to read it. I don't know, I'm still loving the typical romance, but just something about a romantasy will hit every time. So good. So I need to read that. That concludes my 10 before the end. This is the paperback stack. I obviously have some Kindle books, but this is the paperback stack. They're thick books and I don't have much time left, so I have to get to reading. Like I said, I'm not sleeping until these are read. I just need to move these to the shelves. They can't be on the TBR cart anymore. I hope to get to these this month or next month. Let me know if you're reading any of these or have read any of these. I think I can get to them all this year. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some ideas on what to read the rest of the year. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.